everyone, what's up? My name is Joss and welcome back to my channel, squibblesreads. So today I have a very exciting unboxing for you guys. As some of you know, I really struggle to find a subscription box service that really aligns with my values, that I'm willing to pay sometimes like above retail price for the book for. Thankfully, this month I have found a couple that I will introduce to you. So what I like to do is I like to pre-film, which is what I'm doing today, the talk about the company and their values in the actual unboxing. And then what I do is I read the book and I will actually come back and I will review it for you guys in a few days. So there's kind of like a more overall complete view of the box, so that is what I'm going to be doing in this video. I reached out to my lit box after perusing their website, and their mission statement really stood out and resonated with me, which is to celebrate and discover authors of color. When you click on their website, you see the words color, conversation, and community, which are all things that I like to bring to my own channel. My lit box has two different options. The first option, you pay $17 a month plus shipping and you get just the book, and the second option, you get a couple more goodies plus the book and you pay $25 plus shipping. Looking on their website, some of these goodies might include like a mug or a candle or maybe some moleskin notebooks, all of these having to do with the theme of the box that month. They accept orders from the 1st to the last day of the month, and then your box will ship the 5th of the following month. So I am not an affiliate or an ambassador, I'm not like making any money off of this video, but Sonura at my lit box so kindly gave me a discount code to give to you guys if you want 10% off your box, so I will leave that and their website in the description box below. So thank you so much for that, Sonura, and let's get into the unboxing. Okay, so it came just in this plain black box, and when I opened it up, I have a very small like filming space. It's very awkward. This little bag, and inside this bag, I think they're like buttons. So one of these says my lit box and it has like their logo, and the other one is just of their logo. The next thing that I see in the box is this print. The artist is Payne, I think that says. I'm not really quite sure. That is what the print looks like. Payne is a graphic artist that focuses on black pop art, so that's really cool because the whole box focuses, I guess, like on creators of color because the artist is African American, so that is pretty cool. Now for the book, I'm super happy about this book. The first time I heard about it was a few weeks ago on Book Ride, and they were just absolutely raving about it. And that book is Here Comes the Sun by Nicole Dennis Benn. I do know that this book is set in Jamaica, but apart from that, I don't know a ton about it, so let me just read the cover real fast and I'll be right back. Here Comes the Sun takes place at a swanky resort in Montego Bay, Jamaica. There's a woman named Margot, and she's kind of having to hustle a lot because she wants to send her little sister Candy to a good school. She works at this hotel in Montego Bay, but actually she is an escort, and that is how she earns money, is providing sexual services. There's apparently a chance to start a new hotel, so maybe some new financial means, and she also finds herself attracted to a woman, so I am guessing some discussion around gender and sexuality. I will read this over the next few days, and then I will be back and I'll let you guys know what I think. I'm back and I finished Here Comes the Sun. This is a lot more than I thought it would be, so I thought that it would definitely remark on how society treats women and how women in response view themselves. I also saw a lot of generational interactions, so how parents expect their children to do things and kind of treat them like their insurance and their livelihood. One thing that I thought was really cool was how close-knit the Jamaican community was with one another. I'm not Jamaican, so I can't remark on like the accuracy of it, but I did learn a lot about the tourism industry in Jamaica and how they treat different tourists of different ages, genders, and races. We get to see Dolores, who is Margot and Tandy's mom, and she works in a market where she sells souvenirs and touristy goods to tourists. And we got to see the way that bartering sometimes hurt her financially. There's a lot of talk about the impact of poverty, which I'm trying to read more about. With the discussion around the escort services, there's a lot of hatred and a lot of talk about sexism and racism, and then when Margot finds out that she has feelings for another woman, of course there's talk about homophobia and how that's viewed in Jamaica at this time. Something that I thought this book did really well was expanding upon, I guess, like the strong female trope. In that strong is not necessarily about going into battle or winning. Sometimes strong is about the choices that we make every day. Strong can mean feeling confident even though society thinks that you're in a position of insecurity, which is actually something that I was talking about the other day on Twitter with Kayla and with Sylvia. You wouldn't be able to guess it from the title, but Here Comes the Sun is actually a very dark book. It really spoke volumes to me, and I suspected that that would be the case because of the way that Book Riot was talking about just like the themes and what they enjoyed about it. One Something that I will say was a little bit tougher to get into, and this is like entirely a me thing and not a book thing, and it's got nothing to do with the way or how well it was written, but some of the dialogue was actually written with the intonations and dialect of Jamaica. So it was a bit of a struggle to figure out at the beginning, but once I got used to some of the words and some of the phrases and the punctuation that they used, it was smooth sailing from there. I think I'm gonna give this book 4.25 stars right now, but I literally like just finished it. So I think I will let it stew for a little bit and see what other thoughts come out. That is it for this video. I am so glad that I have found a subscription box that celebrates authors of color, which is obviously something that I like to do myself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!